It's marathon week. You've been probably waiting for this week for the last 16 to 20 weeks. And every single aspect of a marathon is going through your head right now. And there's so many different things that you need to focus on. When they're in your head, they get lost. And 10 thoughts could keep on ruminating in your head for like hours and hours, and it feels like there's 100 things going through your head, but there's not. What I would suggest doing, and there's a few different things, right? So number one, control the controllables. You can't control the weather, don't worry about it. You can control the gear you're wearing, so control that. You can't control if there's going to be a late start, forget about it. Erase nutrition, as in gels or water. You can control that, so control it. Number two is what I would suggest is cut your toenails sooner rather than later. It might seem like a really silly thing to be worrying about, but cut them enough that they're not going to bother you. Tuesday and Wednesday are things that you should be getting, like gels, water bottles, blister plasters, KT tape, zinc oxide tape for your nipples, whatever it is. Tuesday and Wednesday, start getting that sorted. Training wise, Tuesday, you can overdo it, but you can't really underdo it, if you get me. So Tuesday, do something like 6 to 8 miles, nice and easy. Wednesday should be your last session, and by session I don't mean an actual session. What I like giving people is like 4 to 5 by 800 meters or half a mile, same thing, at marathon pace. Now the temptation is to be feeling like you want to go faster, but the work is done. This is just icing on the cake. This is just to feel good. So 4 to 5 by 800 meters, marathon pace, no faster, no slower, and then 60 to 90 seconds recovery between. 1 or 2 mile warm up, 1 mile warm down, done. And I like giving sessions the week beforehand, not a session, a key training session, because number one, it kind of, you're thinking about Wednesday, you're not thinking about Sunday, so you mentally you're thinking in a few days rather than, oh God, on Sunday I have a marathon, and all your week's training just goes out the window. Thursday, do like 4 or 5 miles, so 6 or 8k. Again, nice and easy. Friday, go collect your number and take a day off, as in rest. So Friday, collect your number. When you go in and collect your number, don't look at sports bras or socks or just don't go, Jesus, Dublin Marathon Expo are going to kill me for this. Go into the expo, get your number and go home. Don't be worrying about anything else. You don't need it. You can buy everything else afterwards. You're not getting a special deal on it. So go in, collect your number, go. Get home, put your feet up. So Friday, go in, collect your number and rest running wise. Saturday, if you're collecting your number, a lot of people like to take a day off before, and it's a personal preference. I like to run the day before, just because it kind of, like, let's say if you go out for a 15-minute jog, mentally you feel better, and by the time you put your clothes on, your gear, go out the door, warm down, sit around, take your clothes off, there's an hour gone and you don't even, oh God, nearly fell off my chair. There's an hour gone and you don't even think about it. So mentally it kind of gets rid of the nerves, settles you down. So carb loading, I think it's a thing that people think, oh geez, I have to eat loads of pasta now because of a marathon coming up. But have you done it before your long runs? You go up to 24 miles, you start eating loads of pasta? Probably not. You just have whatever you're cooking that day, you don't think about it. So carb loading, I just eat a little bit more. That's it, just eat a little bit more. On nutrition, don't eat too much fibre on the Friday or Saturday, because you know what fibre does, you know the role that it has in your body. So if you're having loads of fibre on the Saturday, on the Sunday it's going to work its magic. So try not to eat too much fibre on Saturday. You might get away with it on Friday. try get at least 2 litres of water every single day. You should be drinking 2 litres anyway. So 2 litres is this bottle here. So at least one of these a day. I always carry one of these around with me, or a 2 litre bottle I have that's reusable, because I know that I have to get to here by the end of the day. Eat a little bit more, drink a little bit more. On the Saturday, pin your number to your singlet or t-shirt, put your socks in your shoes and put the singlet in your shoe as well. Put them into your bag and leave them by your door. That's out of the way. So for Dublin Marathon, I'm going to talk through the marathon route detail to you. First 2 miles is flat and downhill. So the temptation is to go a little bit faster, but don't. From the 3rd to about 7.5 miles, you don't notice it, but you're going uphill all the way up through the Phoenix Park, up to Castleknock. When you turn at miles, you still have a little bit of an uphill. And then after that, it's downhill until you get to St. Lawrence's Road, going into Ballyfermot. Once you get up onto the top of that Ballyfermot, then it's flat, and then you go up a slight hill before you go into Inchicore / Kilmainham, as in the South Circular Road. Go into Dolphin's Barn, and then Crumlin Road, it's a slight incline, but there's always a wind in your face, so tuck in behind somebody, let them do the work. And if the wind is on your back, make sure nobody's blocking the wind on your back. Move out so you can get the benefit of the wind pushing you. So then you get to the KCR roundabout, and from there onwards till about maybe 18 miles, the road is like a carpet. So zone out and go. The hills start coming in around 18 miles, 17.5, 18 miles, up until about 22 miles. The temptation in those 4 miles is to go a little bit harder, to push the pace. So make sure you just focus on your form. Don't try push the pace, and wait until you get to the top of Foster's Avenue. When you turn left down onto Foster's Avenue just after 22 miles, it's downhill. Don't go too fast going downhill, because once you turn onto Stillorgan dual carriageway, you're basically going up another hill to the UCD roundabout or UCD flyover. Don't attack the downhill going down Foster's Avenue. Just let it go, but don't attack it. Once you get to the top of the UCD flyover, it's downhill and flat until 26.2 miles. Empty everything you can. Give it socks. When you pass Vincent's, you know it's a straight, Vincent's Hospital, you know it's a straight run in there. And that's the marathon done and dusted. What Yaz always says to me, Yaz is my fiance by the way, what Yaz always says to me, wife in 2 days. Wife in 2 days. Be sensible with your decision making. Which is true. If you think the first 2 miles and you go out the hardest and they're your fastest 2 miles, that's absolutely bonkers. Be sensible with your decision making. I'd add be patient and resilient. And that's it. Hopefully I've covered everything. This is a long video. And I'm sorry I can't be there for everybody I'm coaching, because I'm going to be on my mini moon, which is a term I didn't know existed up until a few months ago. Best of luck everyone, and I'll see you hopefully next week, depending if I can do a Tip Tuesday on my mini moon. I have so many videos explaining anything from caffeine to warm-ups to everything. I think I could be on over 70 Tip Tuesdays. So go down across wherever it is that I have the playlist of Tip Tuesday, and just go through everything there. Something might spark in your mind. Caffeine, whatever it is, when to take caffeine, what gels to take, race nutrition, everything. Alright. Tip Tuesday done and dusted. See you when I see you. That's easier. Goodbye.